Hey, everybody. I recorded this earlier, but I messed up the audio. Labor Zionism. Labor Zionism, or Socialist Zionism. In Hebrew, it would be pronounced something like Zionut Sozialistit. Sozialistit. That's it. Is the left wing of the Zionist movement. It was for many years the most significant tendency among Zionists and Zionist organizations. It saw itself as the Zionist sector of the historic Jewish labor movements of Eastern and Central Europe, eventually developing local units in most countries with sizable Jewish populations. Unlike the political Zionist tendency founded by Theodor Herzl and advocated by Chaim Weizmann, Labor Zionists did not believe that a Jewish state would be created simply by appealing to the international community or to a powerful nation such as Britain, Germany, or the Ottoman Empire. Rather, Labor Zionists believed that a Jewish state could only be created through the efforts of the Jewish working class, settling in Palestine and constructing a state through the creation of a progressive Jewish society with rural kibbutzim and moshavim, and an urban Jewish proletariat. Labor Zionism grew in size and influence and eclipsed political Zionism by the 1930s, both internationally and within the British Mandate of Palestine, where Labor Zionists predominated among many of the institutions of the pre-independence Jewish community Yishuv, particularly the trade union federation known as the Histadrut. The Haganah, the largest Zionist paramilitary defense force, was a labor Zionist institution and was used on occasion, such as during the hunting season. Now, this is some kind of link, which sounds absolutely fascinating. Such as during the hunting season, against right-wing political opponents or to assist the British administration capturing rival Jewish militants. Labor Zionists played a leading role in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, and Labor Zionists were predominantly among the leadership of the Israeli military for decades after the formation of the State of Israel in 1948. Major theoreticians of the Labor Zionist movement included Moses Hess, Nachman Sirkin, Ber Borochov, and Aaron David Gordon. And leading figures in the movement included David Ben-Gurion, Golda Meir, and Beryl Katznelson. The ideology. Moses Hess's 1862 work, Rome and Jerusalem, The Last National Question, argued for the Jews to settle in Palestine as a means of settling the national question. Hess proposed a socialist state, in which the Jews would become agrarianized through a process of redemption of the soil that would transform the Jewish community into a true nation, in that Jews would occupy the productive layers of society rather than being an intermediary, non-productive merchant class, which is how he perceived European Jews. Ber Borochov. Now, I'm not sure if it's Borochov, but I'm just pronouncing it Borochov. Continuing from the work of Moses Hess, proposed the creation of a socialist society that would correct the inverted pyramid of Jewish society. Borochov believed that Jews were forced out of normal occupations by Gentile hostility and competition. Using this dynamic to explain the relative predominance of Jewish professionals rather than workers, Jewish society, he argued, would not be healthy until the inverted pyramid was righted, and the majority of Jews became workers and peasants again. This, he held, could only be accomplished by Jews in their own country. Another Zionist thinker, A.D. Gordon, was influenced by the Volkish ideas of European Romantic nationalism, and proposed establishing a society of Jewish peasants. Gordon made a religion of work. These two figures, Gordon and Borochov and others like them, motivated the establishment of the first Jewish collective settlement, or kibbutz, Degania, on the southern shore of the Sea of Galilee, In 1909, the same year that the city of Tel Aviv was established, Degania and many other kibbutzim that were soon to follow attempted to realize these thinkers' vision by creating communal villages where newly arrived European Jews would be taught agriculture and other manual skills. Joseph Trumpeldor is also considered to be one of the early icons of the labor Zionist movement in Palestine. When discussing what it is to be a Jewish pioneer, Trumpeldor stated, "What is a pioneer? Is he a worker? No. The definition includes much more. The pioneers should be workers, but that is not all. We shall need people who will be everything. Everything the land of Israel needs. A worker has his labor interest, a soldier his esprit de corps, a doctor and an engineer their special inclinations. A generation of iron men, iron from which you can forge everything the national machinery needs. You need a wheel? Here I am. A nail, a screw, a block. Here, take me. You need a man to till the soil? I'm ready. A soldier? I am here. Policeman, doctor, lawyer, artist, teacher, water carrier. Here I am. I have no form. I have no psychology. I have no personal feeling. No name. I am a servant of Zion, ready to do everything, not bound to do anything. I have only one aim: creation." Trumpeldor, a socialist Zionist, gave his life in 1920 defending the community of Tel Hai in the Upper Galilee. He became a symbol of Jewish self-defense in his reputed last words, "Never mind. It is good to die for our country. En davar tov lamut be'ad artzenu" became famous in the pre-state Zionist movement and in Israel during the 1950s and 1960s. Trumpeldor's heroic death made him not only a martyr for Zionists left, but also for the revisionist Zionist movement, who named its youth movement Betau, an acronym for Covenant of Yosef Trumpeldor, after the fallen hero. You can find more on Labor Zionism on Wikipedia.